In addition to being able to take a look at the Nintendo DS today, which you can take a look at my video, Nintendo DS First Impressions, and take a look at my input on that, I was also able to take a look at the PS3. And obviously everybody knows what the PS3 is. It is the successor to the PS2. It has Blu-ray support, making it the cheapest Blu-ray player currently available. So let's get into it. What did I like about it? Also, I gave this a pretty high rating, incidentally. The PS3, I absolutely loved the controller. The only pet peeve were those two trigger buttons, R2 and L2. And somebody had also commented, you know, they wish they hadn't done that. It depends on the game, but I would agree with them depending on what the game is. But overall, a wonderful, wonderful controller. Comfortable to hold. I can easily see myself using it for multiple amounts of time, tripping on my words here. Extended periods of time. Very comfortable to hold, very nice. Just overall fantastic. It was hooked up via USB, by the way. It was not using the Bluetooth, which I think was due to a security measure that Sony had put into the display case. And also, I guess they didn't want to run down the battery of the controller, so it was hooked up via USB, not running on batteries. The interface. Now I'm talking about the main screen, the menus. If you know the PSP, you know the PS3. Excuse me. It's exactly the same. If you know the PSP, you know the PS3. If you know the PS3, you know the PSP. You can navigate around it exactly the same way. The only difference with the PSP and the PS3 is the fact that you can use the control stick on the PS3 to navigate your menus. Something that I hope they add in a firmware update to the PSP. Maybe they will in the 3000, I don't know. I hope so. This way you get a choice, because on the PS3 you do have a choice. Control pad or control stick, whichever you're most comfortable with. Let's see. Give me just a second here. The graphics were absolutely stunning. I loved them. Now, I'm coming from a GameCube, and the graphics are similar to the GameCube, but in a way they seemed a lot better. And I think it has to do with the Blu-ray technology, the fact that you can store a lot more information, thus making for much higher quality games on a Blu-ray disc versus on a standard DVD or CD. Of course, I don't think any games are available on CD anymore. I guess they're all DVD, and now with the PS3 you have Blu-ray. But I think CDs have pretty much stepped out of the picture for games. But yeah, absolutely fantastic graphics. They were very realistic. Gameplay was very nice. I was playing two games. One of them was Burnout Paradise City. At least I think that was the name of it. It was Burnout something. And I couldn't quite get the text underneath because the TV was up high. And when it's up high like that, I have a hard time reading the smaller text. But it was really interesting. Now, this is where I'm saying the trigger buttons became a problem, because if I tried to hold down the accelerator, I got the hang of it. Didn't take very long to get the hang of it. It only took me about 5 minutes. But I felt my finger was going to slip the first 2 or 3 times I tried it. But overall, it was a really, really wonderful gameplay experience. I was kind of surprised that in Burnout in Burnout, the steering and the acceleration were surprisingly sensitive, even more so than on the GameCube. Not to say that it was a bad thing, it just took some getting used to. Let's see. I also played Folklore, which is an adventure title, and I just liked the name. I'd never heard of such a title before, and I figured I'd check it out, and it was a neat game. It just like Crisis Core did on the PSP, Folklore, even more so actually, felt like Zelda for the Nintendo. You had your main character and you could explore. I think they gave you the option of 2 levels, 1 character to a level. You could select one character, they'll take you to one level, the other character you'll take to the other level. This was a demo disc, by the way. This was not a full game disc. But yeah, Folklore was very interesting. I liked it a lot. Let's see. The final verdict is the price. Now, there are multiple ways to look at the price of the PS3. If you look at it as a Blu-ray player with add-ons, then you're looking at the cheapest Blu-ray player on the market. If you're looking at it as a game system with a Blu-ray player built in as an add-on, then you're looking at it as probably the most expensive console on the market. Either way, you're looking at fishing out about $400 for the system. Now, that is expensive, but I read that apparently Sony wanted to sell it for about $900 originally. So, in a way, we lucked out. In a way, we didn't. It all depends on what angle you look at it from. But still, $400. Now, I'm looking at it at the... Excuse me, tripping on my words again. I'm looking at it from a game console perspective. And because of that high price, it is because of the high price that I gave it an 8.5 out of 10. Now, had it not been for the price, I would have given it a perfect 10. It was a fantastic system. The controller felt great, the graphics were great, the interface was easy to use. It was just a fantastic system. Would I get it? Yes, I would, but again, we have this issue of the price, plus, like I said, I'm looking at a PSP, and, you know, I'd rather have one or the other, and I'd like to get the PSP because I haven't had a portable system in over 6 years, 6 or 7 years, and usually I get one every 2 to 3 years, so I feel like I've been out of the loop for a little too long. I'd like to try and get back in. But, also, we might get a Wii. I don't know. That is going to be left for another video. But yeah, the PS3, very nice system. I absolutely loved it. And would I recommend it? Heck yeah. With the minute we have left, I wanted to take the time to explain something, though. This PS3 versus Wii commercial, I don't like it. It's basically the Wii showing off her sex appeal and using the sex appeal to drive off the girl who's playing the PS3 character, and I don't know, that just seems really cheesy to me. Sorry to get off on a tangent. I was going to address this in the beginning, but I forgot to. Anyway, PS3 impressions, absolutely fantastic. Were it not for the price, it would get a perfect 10. So, yeah, I would definitely recommend it, if you have the money to spend, that is. That's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. Comments are welcome. Have a nice evening. Oh, by the way, if you want me to review the Wii, I checked around the store. I didn't see one on display, so I was not able to look at that. So, if anybody could tell me, I've got a Best Buy near me, I've got EB's, I've got a GameStop. If anybody could tell me where a Wii would be located, I could take a look at it and see what I think. And maybe get some input up here on YouTube. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. Comments are welcome, and have a nice evening.